Jalin Turner grew up wanting to be Anderson Silva. Silva was the spider, hence Turner is the tarantula. And you can see a lot of that in his fights between the stance switches, counter-striking, and timely knees. He's fighting a huge kicker this weekend in Caio Fernandes, and I thought it might be worth talking about how he deals with kicks generally. If you want to apply boxing in MMA, you have to spread your feet and move them around, which takes you out of the ever-ready position to check or avoid a low kick. That is simply a trade-off. One of Turner's favourite methods has been that used by Fedor Emelianenko and Igor Vovchanchin to punch through the kick. This is made a lot easier when you are 6'3" at lightweight, because the moment the opponent's foot touches Turner's thigh or calf, his right hand can go almost through their head. Landing this counter takes a bit of awareness and timing, of course, or you just eat a low kick for nothing. Against Dan Hooker, Turner would occasionally switch to orthodox, and Hooker, faced with this new closed stance dynamic, couldn't resist attempting the calf kick, at which point Turner would counter him. More interesting is the way in which Turner returns on blocked kicks. When his opponent kicks Turner's guard, Turner shoots back with body punches. This is an almost impossible thing to teach most fighters because they see the opponent on one leg and go, I can knock him out. But kicking is tiring, and using the time when the opponent is on one leg to try to tire him out more with body punches can quickly change the way he fights. When the great Chingiz Alazov fought Sitachai, he countered Sitachai's infamous left kick with straights to the body time and again. More recently, the young John Garza showed a lot of promise in his UFC debut by slowing down the undefeated Farid Basharat with body shots in answer to every kick. The intrigue of this Caio Fernandes fight is that Turner has not always looked great at simply defending or avoiding low kicks, instead taking the risk of countering them whenever he can. Gamrot basically landed at will with low kicks, but he was helped along by the fact that Turner was laser focused on the takedown threat. Bobby Green and a couple of others have jarred Turner's knee by landing a kick as he's moving around. Against Edson Barboza, Turner actually made the effort to check and withdraw from Barboza's famous low kicks and returned with his own step-up low kick. His kicking game is pretty limited. It is just this step-up low kick and a front kick to the body off the rear leg. But that front kick is another drain on the opponent's gas tank and has quickly winded some of the best fighters Turner has met. The front kick is also a great choice for the rangy striker who is worried about being taken down. MMA fighters are not yet great at getting in off the parry, and when they take or parry the front kick, they normally move in on the end of Turner's leg, giving him the chance to pop them with a jab or to pull them up into an upper body clinch. No one has been able to eat the kick and run through him into a takedown the way they might off a round kick. And of course, the more they try to parry and make good on it, the more vulnerable they become to the high kick. While we're not talking about Turner's whole game, I do want to mention something he does very well, unrelated to kicks. For taller, rangier men, the focus is always on the jab and the kicks and staying long. Very few take advantage of the fact that their opponent will have to rush to close the distance. As the shorter fighter, you have to take extra steps and get in fast. This makes you very susceptible to intercepting counters, particularly the shorter weapons of the knee and elbow. Turner split Edson Barboza open with a nice elbow, but mostly it is the intercepting knee that disproportionately affects his opponents. Just like directly countering the low kick rather than checking or evading it, using the intercepting knee raises the stakes of the exchange. If you botch it, or it lands a bit muffled, you are on one leg with the opponent on top of you, which seems like a recipe to get taken down. But it was noticeable that when Turner landed the knee and then defended the takedown from a seemingly worse position, he was more effective against Gamrot than when he was only trying to defend the takedown. Turner is in one of the 3 good fights this weekend. I wrote a huge article on the Patreon about Ian Gary, and I'll be talking about the rest on my podcast there. I make these videos for fun and they aren't monetized. Cheers!